My name is Dr. Joe Morrow. I am the Lord Lyon King of Arms, based in Edinburgh, in a very sunny city, but unusually sunny today here in Edinburgh. And it's a delight to say hello to you in Bangkok at your conference, and also to come to tell you a little about this ancient office that I hold and its link to those who serve as messengers of arms in Scotland.
By this our royal proclamation, under the great seal of our realm, require writs to be issued by our Chancellor of Great Britain.
My office goes back in the records to 1308, and beyond that goes into the history of Scotland. And yet today, in a modern Scotland, the Lord Lyon and the messengers at arms who are sworn in by him have a vital role to play within the court and enforcement movement of our country. And today, earlier, you would have seen one of your own, Roddy McPherson, or properly known as Roderick Alexander McPherson, sworn in as one of the officers of arms of my court. Please raise your hand and repeat after me. I do affirm.
I do affirm.
That I will faithfully and bear true. He takes the ancient historical title of Falkland Pursuivant Extraordinary. And it's very fitting indeed, that one of the officers at arms comes from being a messenger at arms. Traditionally, for over 500 years, the Lord Lyon has sworn in all of the officers of arms for the courts who go out to do the enforcement regularly and in a proper and modern fashion within Scotland. And the messenger at arms is the first stage of the officers of arms within my court. And that moves up through a pursuivant to a herald to the position of King of Arms that I hold. You'll be journeying through some of the great problems of enforcement within the world and sharing good practice as well as the difficulties that you have. And I'm sure that Alec Irvine, who is President, will tell you a little more about the Court of the Lord Lyon and how that fits in many ways to a modern society. You might be sitting there as people who look to the future thinking, well, does an ancient court with an ancient office have anything to offer? But let me tell you that the confidence and the transparency of the enforcement process in Scotland is backed by that continuity and link that goes back almost 500 years. And in that I act as a bridge with all sorts of organisations in Scotland, including the Supreme Court itself, but also with government and with other activities. And I'm able to be an ambassador for the messengers at arms, and I think that's a very good role to play. Our macer in my court, he is always, or she is always, a messenger at arms. David Walker has just become our new macer. Now David, as many of you will know, he is the son of Sandy Walker, who was well known to your conference and to your organisation. And you'll also know that sadly, some 15 years ago, when you were gathering at Tunis for your 18th Congress, Sandy passed the week before. And it was great to see the link that at the very tender age of 64, being my own age, by the way, so that's why I think it's a tender age, that your president, Leo Netton, came and gave the eulogy at Sandy's funeral. So there's lots of links between the Congress and from Scotland, and from the messengers at arms, and from the Court of the Lord Lyon. So let me send you out to your Congress with my greetings and best wishes, and my thanks for what you do internationally for the courts and for our different societies in the enforcement of judgments, which is an absolute essential part of what we're about in a civil society.